Hello, welcome back to Ikargos. In this video, we bring you logistics news for early July 2024. We will explain the impacts of the market conditions for rise in air freight rates. Over 100 container vessels wait offshore at Singapore port. KMTC Japan visualized container inventory and space. So, let's get started.
Airfare is rising even in the off-season due to e-commerce. Currently, air transportation is usually considered an off-peak season, but demand is growing and airfares continue to rise. This is due in part to the growth of e-commerce demand in Europe and the United States. Demand is particularly strong in Europe for the holiday season, which runs from early June to mid-August. According to IATA, global air cargo demand rose 11% in the second quarter, with air freight rates from Hong Kong and Shanghai showing solid growth of 12.3% and 41.5% respectively over the same period last year. Shipments from India and the Middle East are also on the rise. In particular, shipments from Dubai jumped 148% in the first 2 weeks of May compared to the same period last year. Ships avoiding voyages through the Suez Canal due to attacks on merchant ships by the Houthis, a Yemeni militia group, are now going through South Africa's Cape of Good Hope, which extends the voyage by about 2 weeks. Therefore, an increasing number of shippers are opting for combined transportation, switching from Dubai to air transportation rather than time-consuming sea transportation. Increased demand for air transportation is expected to remain firm for the rest of the year, and air transportation space may become tighter in the future. The future of air transportation will continue to attract attention. Over 100 container vessels wait offshore at Singapore port. 132 vessels have been waiting offshore for up to 46 hours at the port of Singapore. As a global hub port, many vessels are transshipping containers to connecting vessels for transshipment. But it is taking more than 2 days to unload containers, adding to the disruption of the schedule. According to the Shanghai Shipping Exchange's Freight Rate Index, ocean freight rates for May 31st were recorded at $6,185 per 40 feet from Shanghai to the west coast of North America, and $7,026 per 40 feet to the east coast. Prices to the west coast and east coast were each around $1,000 higher than the previous week. Shanghai bound to Europe also saw a similar spike, with prices for 20-footers to Europe rising 99.7% to $3,740, and those to the Mediterranean rising 11% to $4,720. Currently, the Port of Singapore is attempting to ease congestion by bringing the ports that were not in operation back into operation. Due to the occurrence of offshore waiting, there is a shortage of containers, and as of early June, Space for Asia originated shipments to Europe, and the United States is fully booked for the month of June. Peak season has also begun, and it is becoming much more difficult to secure space. KMTC Japan visualizes container inventory and space. KMTC Japan, a Korean shipping company KMTC, announced that it will differentiate itself by using digital technology with proprietary tools to visualize container inventory. Container inventory status will be visualized in 3 categories: available, some available, and needs to be confirmed. While visualization of container inventory is a very innovative service, the ability for shippers and forwarders to check container space status may lead to the buying of excess space. A KMTC Japan representative stated, "Despite some difficulties, there was a high demand for this service from our customers, and they, including our representatives, were very supportive of this initiative." Under the current circumstances where space is becoming harder to obtain and ocean freight rates are rising, this service is considered to be in fairly high demand, and it is a bold initiative and one that has been well received. It will be interesting to see how this service will work when more new vessels are introduced to the market. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to our channel, like us, and share on social networking sites. That's all for this issue. See you in the next video.